I'm us damn street niggas, we ain't really comfortable with all of that thing. So we just trying to say,
do what you do, baby.
Yeah, I want congrats. I seen to come up through the mud. You feel me?
Real
yeah, I'm saying, like I said, I used to be I'm one of the ones. When that nigga said he had a phone, his whole joke, and I'm looking at the screen like preach, cause I was on the phone with him. You feel me? So you know what I'm saying?
It's Pete that let the general to know in the podcast to keep your body clean, huh? Yeah. So we you know what I'm saying, this is my auntie, but it's her story, so I'm gonna let her tell it. You want to formally introduce yourself to it?
Hi, my name is Mary Hooks French. I'm the mother of 3 adult, beautiful kids, born and raised in New Orleans.
Uptown New Orleans, right?
Uptown New Orleans.
So for the surrounding areas and the people who are not from Uptown, right? How is it for a young lady, you know what I'm saying, growing into a woman coming up Uptown New Orleans?
In my era of time when I was young, we were kids. We did kids things. We played outside, we played with each other. We just had this village that made sure that we didn't get in any trouble. We made sure that if one of the villagers come tell us something, we better not get smart with them. But growing into adulthood, when I had my first son, I was 16 years old. I ain't knew nothing. I'm with a baby at 16. But at 16, I raised my son. I didn't give my son to my mama to raise. I didn't give my son to
that's him on the motorbike.
daddy people to raise. I had to take that initial step to grow up. And at 16, in the 10th grade, with a baby, it was hard, but it wasn't hard because I had a village. Long as I went to school, and I graduated from Booker T with a baby, 2 years old. But I had to do what I had to do. That was my mistake I made getting pregnant at 16, so I had to raise my own baby.
Yes, ma'am. So, and you did a wonderful job too. How is it, you know what I'm saying, okay, you're 16, you have a child. In the area that you was in, right? Was it, a lot of people say Uptown, you know, you stayed right across the street from the Academy, right?
Right, when I had coming up.
So, is it as bad as everybody say it is?
It's bad, but it's not bad. I give it credit from when we was coming up, because with the crime that's going down and the people that just shooting because they see their target. Back then with us, if a person wanted their target and you standing out there talking to that person, you don't know what's going on. All you could hear is a person coming to you saying, get inside, move. I don't want no innocent people. Just move. So we just do what that person said because we don't know what's going on.
So you spoke on a village, right? What do you think, in your opinion, happened to that village?
What happened to that village is, one, when, how can I put it? First off, when it came into law that if your parents hit you, you could call the police. Nah, that's what's wrong with the children today. Because if your mama hit you, I could call the police on you. 2, some of these parents had these children and gave them to their mama to raise, and they did what they want to do. 3, people don't want you telling their children nothing. And that's one of our biggest problems. You cannot tell other people's children what to do. But you see, back then in my era, if that villager came outside and said, don't do this, and you continue to do it, or you was in trouble with that person, and when you go home. So that's how our village was. We was like more to where other people, parents that in our block, we respected them, and
it was respect, and they respected y'all too.
Yep.
Okay, so what schools you went to?
Uptown Booker T, 1201 South Roman.
All right, and you got some brothers and sisters too. One of them, which is my daddy. You know what I'm saying? How was it growing up with the siblings in the same household in Uptown New Orleans?
When we was young, we all stuck together. But as we got older, everybody went, they separate ways. But we always stuck together. Like, glue. You couldn't come and, and tell us what to do.
Who was the troublemaker? Was it you?
Well, I wasn't a troublemaker.
Bull.
Oh. Bull was the troublemaker.
Okay. Who was always into something? The mischievous.
Bull and Nene.
How old were you when you started to realize that life was what it was? Like coming into, you started understanding things around you, how they were going, and how things was turning out. How old were you?
16 when I had to grow up.
And you said you had to. You said
I had to grow up. I had a baby, so things changed.
Like what?
I had to give my teenage years up because I had a baby.
Okay.
I had to do what I had to do for me and my baby. I couldn't have a baby and stick a baby on my mom just to run the streets. I never did run the streets, so that wasn't me. It was my baby. I worked, came home, graduated from school, and I've been doing that ever since, and I'm 60 years old.
Now, so coming up uptown in such an area, what did that teach you about life?
Mind my business and stay out of everybody else's. So I won't be in no trouble because I never been in trouble.
At what point did you move from uptown?
When I realized that the Calio project wanted to charge me $399 rent in the project, and them $399, I said, nah. I moved out to Calio for 1 year, asked my mama could I stay with her, paid her bills, and purchase my house within a year.
So you said that you had to grow up fast because you had a child, right? Was you no dances, went to formals, no prom, no nothing like that?
No dances, no going out. I had to work because I had a baby. I had to put my priorities in perspective. My prom, I didn't want to go to my prom.
Why not?
Because I didn't want to go out on that. Ring ceremony. I went to my ring ceremony and I went to my prom last minute. With old dad and still wasn't with old dad at the prom.
It is all good. It's all good. It's all good. Let me ask you this. I'm actually give for the other young moms that had children young, right? 16, 15, maybe 14, right? What piece of advice from you living it, right, could you give to them?
If you don't want to be a teenage mom, don't do grown-up things. Do not get pregnant and then try to shift that baby off to parents, grandparents, because now in this era days, that's who raising these kids. Grandmother, grandfather, some aunties while the mama out doing her thing. So if you don't want to be a young mom and can't handle the responsibility, don't do grown-up things. Protect yourself and have the man to protect yourself too.
Right, right. So you got older, you started having more kids, right? Did you always know that your kids was gonna grow up to be as successful as they are today?
Yes, I did, because I instilled in them what was instilled in me from my mom. You work, you get what you want, and you don't have to worry about asking anybody for nothing. So you have to follow in. I learned from my mom always working, to where I looked at it and said, I got to do what's best for me. I got to work too. I have children to take care of. The only problem they had was when Christmas came around. I wasn't never home for Christmas. I was always at work making that time and a half plus 8 hours. But they had their crematory though.
Right. Okay, so you for a mother, right? When the kids are young, you kind of have a stronger hold on them. But as they get older, they kind of go their own way, start doing their own thing. As a mother, can you explain that change, that transformation into telling you what to do, to giving you advice?
Because some children feel that you have to listen to your friends. When you get a little older, you don't have to listen to mama. But you want to listen to your friends, and your friends is telling you everything wrong.
Right.
Mama gonna protect you.
Right.
So shucks.
You can answer. All right.
So when mama telling you, you don't want to listen to mama. But soon as you get in trouble by listening to your friends and want to be a follower, who do you call? Mom in trouble. Nah. Go to your friends.
That's cool. But that's how I gotta be, and I respect that.
It has to be like that, because you're not listening to me.
So, Big Cuz and Lil Cuz both have done time, right? We're not gonna get into the details. How is that on a mother? Can you explain when having a son that's incarcerated, what kind of toll does that take on a mother?
That's a toll, because it's like when you going through the motion of going in the courthouse every day, and you seeing this, and you don't know what the outcome gonna be, your child hand in somebody else's hand, and you get that feeling. It was hard. It was hard for me with both of them. It was really hard, because I didn't expect, to go through the motions. And it's more like I was doing time with them.
Yep.
So that's a feeling I wouldn't want any parent to go through, seeing your child life in somebody else's hand and their freedom is taken away from you. I don't put that on nobody.
What advice would you give the mothers and the aunties, the grandmas, the cousins, the women in the family? What advice would you give them going through the same thing?
What advice could I give them going through the same thing? You're just gonna have to go through, because really, we talk to our children, and even when they're grown, we try to talk to them. Some action doesn't need a reaction. So if our kids would just take an inkling and just listen, and just stop and think before you react, because you is bringing your mom through something that she really don't need to go through. And I look at it like this: with me personally, if I see somebody else doing something and is messing with them, why should I try to go do the same thing? I'm gonna stay clear away from that. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. I don't know how to swim. I don't know how to swim. So why would I go take and follow my friends and go in deep water when I know I don't swim? I'm going this way. Y'all can have that water. I'm not about to do what y'all do just on an inkling because I want to be down.
Right.
No. I'm going. Y'all go that way.
I'm going this way.
I'm going this way. I'm staying clear away from water.
Raising sons, in particular, I know you guys, you know what I'm saying, but raising sons in the boys, you heard me, as men, boys to men, right? Is it hard? A lot of sleepless nights, a lot of worrying. Do you worry about the health? Do you worry about the life?
I worry more about the life in this era of time now. My children grown, and I still call and ask them, where you at? It's hard because you don't know what's happening out here. You know, people just doing a lot of
stupid stuff
that you just don't understand. So my kids are grown, but I just worry that, you know, that I don't want to get that phone call. That's my biggest worry. And coming up in the era when Elton John's coming up, Lord have mercy, a lot of sleepless nights. But we surpassed all of that now.
How did you get it?
I just had to take it one day at a time. I just had to take, for them, that moment, them 24 hours, I had to just make sure, call. Don't worry that I'm going to get a phone call. And that's how I got through it. And my friends.
The support system. Speak on the support system. Is there a support system for a woman coming up in New Orleans? Keep it real, Ted.
There is a support system. But guess what? That support system is gone. That's your mama, your grandmother, your daddy. That support system is gone. What we got today, these children don't have no support system because you know why? You in the club and your mama in the club.
And grandma.
Yep. Grandma in there trying to drop it low too.
Yup. Was it always like this?
No. It wasn't always like this.
When did it change? Can you pinpoint like you say you speak of the village, can you pinpoint exactly when the village left New Orleans?
When the village left New Orleans is when all our, how can I call our mamas? All our
people look up to.
Yeah, like our, it left when when the elderly passed, and we don't have that no more. Cause we had one auntie, no, a couple aunties in our family, Aunt Rena and Aunt Mandy. Oh, you better not play with them. All you had to do was call them. They was coming. They didn't care.
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
All right, so
But I ever felt like giving up. I ain't never felt like giving up. And the reason why, because I'm a go-getter. I got a lot to live for. I got 3 kids to live for. So it never was in my mind of giving up. I'm moving forward. I'm my own leader.
Yes, ma'am. So fast forward, you know what I'm saying? Both sons are doing out now, doing well. Both of them have it's like a family-owned business. You know what I'm saying? Shops in multiple states, shipping to multiple states. And I asked you how you felt when they was incarcerated. Now, how do you feel that your sons are prospering young black kids?
Okay. The little story with Elton is when Elton came home, Elton said, "Ma, I want to do this." So I said, you know, you can do whatever you want to do. I got your back. I'm going to help you get to where you want to go. But in the midst of him getting this off the ground, we never thought this was going to boom like this. Because, he used to go on a motorbike and bring her to people when he first started off. And when it took off, I was like, wow.
What was your first, when did you first realize that it started taking off? Because we in the shop. We in the shop.
When I noticed that it started taking off was when he got his first building. When he was part of that building on Canal Street. That's when I knew he was going to be great.
And that was one of the first black people to...
on Canal, he was one of the first black young man, him and Kevin, on Canal Street, selling hair until that fire came along.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I've asked you about how you felt when you were doing the time. How do you feel? Are you proud?
One thing about it is, I'm very proud because let me tell you something. The good Lord set them down and say, this is not you, I got something else for you in store. And when he set them down, he did them 10 years, and he came home and he started this hair business. That made me more proud.
Was that a long 10 years for you?
No, because it was like I said, it was like I was doing time too. Because every other weekend, I was going to see him. Every other weekend, I was at Oakdale, seeing him every Saturday, every Sunday. I ain't miss a weekend. Not one weekend I did.
All right, there we go.
Them 10 years, it was like I said, I gave up a lot in life to where I put my priorities straight. That's why I don't worry about going to the club. That's why that's why I never was run the street. Well, no, when I was in the project, I was young. I think I might have been about 20 something. And I mean, we used to go out every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. The friends and stuff. Until one day, and I was living in the project, I looked in the mirror. I said, you know what? This is not you going out like this. And I stopped. And ever since then, all I did was work. 2 and 3 jobs to make sure that they have to what they needed.
And want.
Yep, and I knew I wanted to buy my own house, so I had to do what I had to do.
What made you move where you was done?
When I was looking for some houses when I was married to the other guy back then in 90 when I was married to him in 90. That Darryl.
Yeah. What's his name?
Whoever. And we were by some friend's house. And I was in the process. I was looking. Everything was approved, the loan, everything. I just had to find a house. So on that street I'm on now, it was one house that sits on the corner of Pateri. They had that house on M. So when we were by some friends, we walked down the street because we seen a for sale sign. So I looked at it, and then the house was owned by a preacher and a nurse. She was a nurse director. So I took and I went in there. And when I went in there, I walked through the living room, because it's like an open concept. I walked through the living room, walked through the kitchen, and I stopped right there by the den. I said, this is my house. Had a big old backyard, because I got the living room, the little dining area, but I just made it one.
Right there.
Did the four, yeah, they got the 3 bed, 4 bedrooms, 2 4 baths, and that big backyard. And when I walked in that, then I said, "Ooh, this my house," because Dad got to be in the living room. That's what made me buy that house. And I got a good deal on it.
So, let's take some of these. You gotta get up on the rooster chicken. Right. Let's start with this. What is that?
This is our curl define mousse for the curly hair, the deep wave hair, the loose deep wave hair, and your natural hair. If you got natural, everything, yes. All these all his products are made from scratch. This is nothing white label. This is black label, made from a chemist in Dallas.
Laboratory, everything. Yeah. Yep. Straight up. Boom.
This the moisturizing mousse. Moisturize your hair, keep it hydrated. You know.
Tell them how you use it. How do you use it?
Oh, I got a thing on. You know, we got a little. I got a little pump on the counter. I got one on the counter. Right there by the register, by that hair. Yeah, that's it. You can bring me that. One just curl define, and one is a moisturize. This moisturize. See, all you do is put.
You got to.
All you do is just put it in your hair. Rub it.
And this is natural hair.
This are natural.
So you can put it on synthetic or natural, right?
Oh no. Human hair. No synthetic. We don't play with synthetic.
We don't play synthetic. Just human hair, y'all.
Human hair.
And natural hair, right?
Yeah.
And everything is done in the lab in Dallas by a chemist and all of that, right? Bundle wash.
This is our shampoo and condition. Customers used to come up in here and ask, what could we use on our bundles? So he came up with the shampoo. He came up with the shampoo and the condition. When I tell you, it makes your hair silky soft. And
you are an avid user, right?
Oh, I'm an avid user. When I tell you, you put this on your natural hair also. Oh, it smells so good.
It do.
It smells
my wife
so
uses
good.
it too.
When I tell you, get your shampoo and condition.
You gotta get it.
Don't dry your hair, y'all.
Nope.
Don't dry it.
And let them know that website, Tita.
All right. www.thebundergang.com. You can order your products. We ship it right to your address. We're nationally known. We ship all over the United States now.
Anywhere.
We had shipped some here one time to the United Kingdom.
Condition.
This is our leave-in condition. Oh, when I tell you, when you leave in condition, heat press it help when you flat iron your hair, and it smells
so good.
Good. You use this on your bundles. You use this on your natural hair, so it's a heat protector for your hair. This is our sweet release glue remover for to take your bundles out when you still using alcohol to take your bundles out. You spray this, rub it in a little bit, and your bundle's gonna slide right off the track. So you can take your hair
all
out.
Natural, right?
All natural. And this smells good too.
Yeah, everything is it got a nice smell to it and it's refreshing.
This is your serum growth. When you edges, when you're braiding your hair, you need that extra protection so your hair won't dry out. This is the serum.
And it smells good too.
I use all this stuff.
Yeah. She's not only that client, she's the president.
All right, now with me, the Earl Growth,
Mm.
with them quick weeds, kind of
Mm.
took my edges out a little bit.
Mm.
But this got it growing back.
Mhm.
Just a little bit, rub it in every day. It just help grow.
Mm.
This is popular because we have a lot of customers buy this for the edges. You still got your product? What you need? Whoa, now this is what I'm talking about.
Now that's the these are the
These
bundles.
bundles been on this rack. People wouldn't believe, but you could tell by the top of it. This been on the rack since 2016. We came here.
What?
Never changed it.
Mm.
And if you feel it, it still feel the same.
Yeah.
People be like, nah, but you could tell by the label that it's been sitting up here or hiding. This is our sample rack.
Mm.
When I tell you we buy the best, don't fool with the rest. Buy the best.
Going
with the
straight through.
Yep. I think the only thing I might have washed was this deep wave.
And this one,
And it's
it
curly.
look
This
good
pink
too.
is straight. I'm gonna go around. This is the straight bundle. This is our straight. This is our body wave. This is our loose wave. Been up there since 2016. You still put your finger in it. It still tosses up. This is our loose deep wave. My favorite hair because you just wet it and go.
That's the favorite.
Ooh, this is my favorite. Wet it and go. It's like a light curl.
Mm.
This is the deep wave. It's dry right now. I need to put some of that stuff on it. This is the curly. And this is our pinkish straight. Oh, a lot of people buy this. Blind straight, blind body wave, blind 613 with the dark roof, our ombre body wave, and our ombre loose wave.
And what's the website one more time, T?
www.thebundlegame.com.
And that's no spaces in the bundle game.
No spaces.
Y'all got
all my words.
Y'all got a number too, right?
The number is 504-515-1544.
All right. And what can you give the women for Women's Week 9 some inspiring words before we get out of here, T?
Let's see what kind of inspiring. Just do what's right, keep your head up, and just live life to the fullest.
The Bundle Gang, y'all. Thank you, Teddy.
Mwah.
It's be done at the General to know the podcast. You keep your body clean, huh?
Oh.
Yeah.
Keep your body clean.
Juvie, when he say, huh? He be like, you keep your body clean, huh?
Yes,
You got a lot of Jabot jeans, huh? And I just took it and
From us damn street niggas, we ain't really comfortable with all the attention. That's what you trying to say.
Do what you do, baby.
Yeah, I want congrats. I seen to come up through the mud. You feel me?
Real
Yeah, I'm saying, like I said, I used to be top. I'm one of the ones. When that nigga said he had a phone, his whole joke, and I'm looking at the screen like preach, cause I was on the phone with him. You feel me? So you know what I'm saying?